Entertainment Ticket. I'm Tom. This is...
Good to see you, Tom. Yeah, it's nice having you down.
Back down from USF.
Yeah. It's
all right.
Break,
well,
USF.
Thankfully, you guys took me to a really good movie, Green Zone, with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
We have our usual cavalcade of characters. This is...
John Delia. Now, wait a minute. Now, read my lips. There are no weapons of mass destruction.
Just weapons of mass distraction.
That is our good friend Alan Darnay, and this is Big Ol'
Al McGee, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, but we're talking about the movie Green Zone, and that movie just proved to me I was already right. But let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie,
all right? You mean you don't think it was a work of fiction?
No political.
Okay, fine then. No political distinction.
Well, you might have to go political. That's what it's about.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a really... I found a very good film by Paul Greengrass, starring Matt Damon, Greg Kinnear, and your guys' little pet actor whose name is...
Brendan Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson and Sean Hayes. And I found some really strong performances in this film, don't you think?
Yeah, very good performances. I thought that everybody did a great job. You know, it was believable. They made their characters believable. And the story was quite compelling. There was a lot of action in this film. It's from the very beginning, straight through the whole film, there was a lot of action. And, you know, they keep it that way. There's no lulls.
There should be a new category because this is an action political thriller. So how do you divide that genre?
I don't know.
But this is a really good political thriller on top of everything else.
Yeah, it sure is.
And you know, some of us want to believe that that's actually the true thing that happened. And I may be one of them, but I'm not sure.
Well, it is based on a book called The Imperial something.
Yeah, I know. But is the book true? Or is the book a work of fiction? I don't know. I don't care. I don't think we belong in Iraq. Get the hell out of there. Anyway, that's not what this film is about. This film is why we were there, and it talks about that. That's the political content.
One of the points they make that I was really shocked at was that in 2003 they could have stopped this whole thing. They could have ended it right there. That's the way it looked. I mean, that's the way it seemed to me when they put down one of the soldiers in the film. But you know, if they hadn't, it would have ended in 2003. That's the way I got this. Did I get the right thing?
From the film.
Yeah, from the film. Is that the way I got it?
From the film.
Yeah.
Probably not in real life, but just for the actual story, Matt Damon plays a guy looking for WMDs. Chief Warrant Officer.
WMDs are weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction. These are biological weapons. These are nuclear warheads. These are things that we went into Iraq to find.
Well, that's what they told us.
That's what they told us, and he keeps on coming up empty, and he's wondering why.
Well, why not go in? I mean, we just won in Afghanistan, so why not go into Iraq?
I feel there's going to be more air quotes coming soon.
Well, the Green Zone, I really enjoyed this movie. And just like they said, it's a good action movie. And also, it's political also. And Matt Damon, again, did another great job on this. And the director did also.
Really good actor, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Really
I love Matt Damon. In fact, I met him on the golf course here a couple of times, too.
Did you win or you win?
I always win. Trust me. But anyway, the story behind it, you know, about the weapons of mass destruction, you got to see this to try to understand it. And also, is this believable? And this is why I like this great thriller, because it has you thinking and talking about it. Wow, did that really happen? But we all know the history of the war of Iraq. You know there were no weapons of mass destruction. So is this really true? And you will be talking about this film after you leave the theater, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just had one problem with the film, and that was I think that there was too much shaky camera work.
Cinematography, huh?
The cinematography. But unlike the second Bourne film, which is what the other film that Paul Greengrass directed, he stopped doing it. And, he only used it for the action sequences, and then he went to normal camera use. And so that kind of saved the whole movie for me in terms of the cinematography. But I think it was done extremely well, and I don't know where they got these shots of Baghdad. They must have flown over to get them. They were amazing. There were some amazing,
went to the south side of Chicago.
Yeah. Well, you would know, dude. You would know.
All they had to do was a couple of swords up.
But they had these amazing explosions in the middle of these towns and stuff, and maybe it was CGI. I couldn't tell because it was so.
I couldn't tell either.
And the most amazing part of the film for me was there were all of these sections that were shooting with available light. And I know the film was a little grainy, but you could see detail inside of the grain, and it was just like, I know for me that means something. But for watchers of the film, it's just another good way to see things in the dark.
Exactly.
And there was detail in all of the dark sequences, which you don't usually get on a film. So that was another good thing about this film. This thing was just littered with good things. Good cinematography, great sound, good effects, great performance, and a very compelling, interesting script. This 4.5 palm trees. This is a 4.5 palm tree film for me.
So do I agree. I totally agree.
Okay, so Al McGee gives it some 4.5 palm trees. I'm also in the 4.5 palm trees category, and
4. I'll give it 4 palm trees. You know what?
What a rebel!
I would see this film again. I would, and I think 4 palm trees is a pretty high for this. I just think it was just a little too political, and I'm the guy in this group that is anti-political. So
really,
I can only give it 4 palm trees. That's mine.
All right.
Yeah. Apparently, this guy's the hippie. Have you seen his hair? It's like woo. Anyways,
these are weapons of mass destruction.
Okay, so for your entertainment ticket, this has been Al McGee,
Alan Darnay,
Tom Delia,
and John Delia,
and
keep watching us every day
and the day after.
Ciao, babies.
Ciao.
Give him a sign off, Tom.
Oh, I don't have a sign off. I'm just gonna hug you.
Oh,
my boy.
Yeah. I had a couple questions about the intel for tomorrow. Are we sure this is accurate?
It's solid. It's good to go.
What's the source?
Well, it's a human source intel, but it's solid. It's current as of 0400.
Was it the same source we've been using on every site we've hit on the way up here? We rolled a donut.
Chief, how about we do this? Let's talk offline. Give me a list of the places where you went and the grids, and we'll make sure that you had the right information written down and that you went to the right places. Okay?
Captain, the issue isn't the grid, sir. The issue is that there's nothing there.
Stand down, Chief. We need to move on here.
Don, hold a second. Let's hear what the chief has to say.
Okay, sir, I'll give you an example. We rolled into a site, Diwania, last week. Okay, 101st took casualties securing it for us. We got in there and found it was a toilet factory. I'm saying there's a disconnect between what's in these packets and what we're seeing on the ground. There's a problem with the intelligence, sir.